It's okay. Can I
In the
share
shop, I
something?
got the marmalade, I got a fresh jar of jam, because that jam has been there for a long, long time as well.
I got this. Can I share something with you too? I'm curious.
Daughter and son-in-law would actually clean.
Oh, yes.
And so I said to Ken, any chance I could have a walkabout? And he said, yeah, go on, because I'm only big. And I went in my office, and I'd been from there for 14 years, or 13 years at the time. And when I went in my office, which was a shared office, the photographs of my team and that,
Yeah.
when I was there, was still on the cupboard door after 13 years.
Oh,
So I half-inched them.
Oh, sit.
Go home.
Yeah, no, I didn't see. Lie on.
Did Judy put in apologies in?
I haven't had.
I saw her in Aldi today, she's in town.
Who?
Julie Arnold.
Ah.
Don't you? Do you know?
No, I'm okay, though.
Where is you? I haven't seen her.
What is that?
Well, she's got a boyfriend from bloody Plymouth or somewhere, like.
Oh, no.
And she spends a lot of time there, but I actually saw, when I was doing the shop for the hub, I actually saw her with him in Aldi this
Next.
afternoon.
Next. When you're speaking, it's coming through here afterwards.
Yeah.
It's what, it's coming out the microphone.
No. It's coming out here, so.
I no wonder I can't hear it, it's going over there, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's you.
Is that what I just said?
Yeah.
Two sugars.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
What's that?
Be careful what you say.
He's speaking
Yeah.
before. It's coming out of the speakers. Listen.
For sure.
No, but it's going now and nobody's speaking.
Well, they've swapped these two speakers, haven't they?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Nick, you're talking about Aldi again.
There's a lot of people not here.
Somebody on there.
And that was Phil saying that.
That's Carol Robinson, that wasn't it?
Hello.
Hi, John.
Hello, Josh, long time no see, bud.
I know, it's been a busy couple of months.
All right.
Right, thanks.
Okay, Chair will welcome councillors, where am I reading? Yeah.
Yeah.
And members of the public and will receive, and if desired, resolve to approve any apologies for applicants.
You, Kim.
Yeah, so we've got apologies from councillor Sally Fitzgerald and councillor Reverend William Rowell.
Okay, thank you, Kim. And welcome everyone, welcome. All you thousands. To receive and resolve, if desired, declarations of interest and relevant dispensations. Part 3 Local Government Act 2000. If anybody's interested, let me know, all right? Receive members of the public who wish to address the meeting in respect of any item of business included in the agenda. No resolution can be made under this item and should relate to only to matters of council policy
So Sally Fitzgerald.
or practice and. It's a bit awkward, isn't it?
It is.
Can you hear it, Nick? Yeah.
I'm gonna get it from over here, yeah.
What
'Cause
is it we're hearing?
I've got these super duper hearing aids. I can hear
Can you
the,
hear?
I can hear the
Laura?
traffic on the bypass chair.
Yeah, somebody's talking.
Yeah, it's what we've
It's got,
said.
it's got like a
prior.
20, it's got a 20-second delay on it by the sound of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nothing to do with this radio we got on here, is it?
Have you got radio on?
Oh, all right.
No.
Who's talking?
To receive anyway, yeah. That is council policy or practice and not individual affairs or the questioner or any other named person. Hi, Josh. Good evening, Josh. Good evening,
There
sir.
he is, the late mayor.
That sounds awful.
Yes.
Okay, minutes of the last meeting then. Give it over there again. Yeah. And not giving it a go for the questionnaire or any other thing for.
That's very strange, that it.
That's weird, isn't it?
It's almost as if it's recording it and playing it back.
Somebody's come in on our meeting number and talking different and
Sound like.
No, it does, Phil. It's what we said 5 minutes ago. Okay, page 1. Appendix A, you said. Page 1, page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Resolutions on page 4, yeah. Everyone okay with that? Yeah.
That's
All right. Second, yeah, all in favor?
yeah.
Hands up.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Where are we at?
Matters arising. Over to.
To report, for information purposes only of matters arising from the events planning committee on the 14th of the second.
As you can see, the resolutions from the last meeting, basically most of what was resolved has been done now because it was mainly for carnival and things like that. So, yeah, pretty much everything, because we've got delegated authority now, it's pretty much done as soon as you say so. So that's good. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else to report on. So
Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Report from the Tourist Information Centre.
Yeah, June is a busy month. The local people 698,
so you can see the resolutions from the last meeting.
UK,
Sorry to interrupt, yeah. Shall I turn this down because it's not doing us a lot of favours, is it?
no.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah,
And because there's so few of us, if we just
Yeah.
project a little
Yeah.
bit.
it's ridiculous.
That's good, you say so, so that's good.
It's a woman's voice, isn't it?
It's Kim. What Kim's just said.
Switch that off there.
Are you tied it up with one of the meetings you got on your?
I think it's because we're live streaming.
Let's just off here.
It's that Bill, well. Either we speak on a computer, it makes it awkward, isn't it?
Not better now.
Sorry to interrupt, man.
Oh, Nick, we turn it, Nick.
Is it right? Just turn one of them back on until the projector comes on. No, the other one.
Trouble is, if you switch it off if you switch it off the volume off, does that mean that those people can't hear?
Didn't come in back.
No, because the owl will still work. Oh wait, the video's gone off.
People on Zoom can't hear or she can now, can they?
But you've just switched the owl off as well now, when?
Switch it back on now.
It's back on now.
Good.
It's coming on.
Oh, well, we'll just have to get on with it, won't we? Sorry, Wendy.
You enjoyed
Okay.
that, didn't you, Nick?
Have we still got Carol on Zoom?
Yes, Carol's still on Zoom.
Oh, there.
We've never had this before with feedback.
No, no,
Wow.
but feedback after 2 minutes is very weird.
UK was 700 people through the door.
Can those online hear us?
I think they'll still pick us up from the owl, Nick. The only difference is now is the mics.
But nobody's answered when I asked the question.
Carol, can you still hear us online?
Have to shout it down.
Carol, can you still hear us online?
It was really an event, you know, it's really interesting, this is.
Hello, I'm back. I don't know what happened there.
Can you hear us okay, Carol?
I can very, very, very faint. I can hardly hear you at all, to be honest with you. In fact, I can't hear nothing now.
You know. Carol?
I'm on auto and I can't hear a thing.
You can't hear. That's gotta go back on.
It is on it.
Oh,
It's all back on first.
Yeah.
We've switched all back on there, Carol. Can you hear okay now?
Yes, I can hear now.
Okay. Brilliant.
hold on. Kim.
Sorry, you've gone again. Sorry,
Well done,
you've
Jim.
gone again.
Thank you. How are we looking now, Carol? Can you hear us? No, Carol?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, honestly.
Yeah, wherever,
Sorry, no.
it's not, it's that coming
Yeah,
through.
but no.
We're just gonna carry on. Just gonna carry on.
Yeah,
Go on.
okay,
Yeah, overseas visitors was 100 as well, so June was good. But we started off with July and that is even better still. So let's keep it going, yeah.
well done. Any questions?
Sorry. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, committee finance fund. Thank you, Wen. To know the budget report for month 3.
You can hear you now, yes.
As soon as I find that, I lose my place for again. Okay, have you all got the report? Any pages they can just do. There's a bit more over the leaf. Any questions? Okay, everyone with that?
Yeah.
No questions, no?
Very off-putting this, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we turn it off, then we'll cut those off outside, so we can't really do that. All right,
Can I just ask, sorry, in this, I can't see the expenditure line for carnival. It's got the income line, but not the expenditure.
no expenditure.
Looks in the six, well, it's winter festival, Christmas lights. You strike that.
Carnival's on the other leaf, other side.
Turn over, there's one more leaf.
Incomes all together, expenditures all together.
Online, it just goes to the next page. It doesn't show the under.
Yeah, it should be at the start of the next page, Morag.
Not on my
You've got
page.
community events and then carnival straight underneath. No? Oh,
We'll cut those off either side, so we can't really do that. All right,
I tell her now.
okay.
This is a-
That's okay.
you're just winding us up, all right, aren't you? All right, everyone okay with that then, as it is at the moment, thank you. Mayor, number 7 is Mayor's quiz evening.
Yes, thanks, Chris. This is an idea we've had for a long time, and I think Kim and I, we need to just go around the town and speak to people, make sure that we can get a good number of teams to enter and decide, first of all, when it's going to be. We thought probably sometime around the end of September, beginning of October. And at the same event, perhaps it would be a good opportunity to launch, if we haven't done it prior to that, to launch something like a Friends of the Town Hall appeal. and maybe have a kind of half-time charity auction or something like that. But it's still in the early stages of planning. Just really wanted to run it past you and see whether you think that would be a good idea. I've known it to work well in other towns where it's been done. It's basically a thing to get all the businesses together in town, all together under one roof, and
There's no idea for a venue for it yet, then.
probably the assembly rooms.
Yeah, okay. Nick,
Can I just, not a statement as such, but as some of you know, I was in the entertainment business for over 40 years, 10 years as a full-time. And I also put together and trained National Trust staff on event management because the event management in the National Trust was a nightmare. And I look at some of these and yeah, there's some good ideas, but logistically, who is actually going to organise it and do the legwork? It's all right sitting here talking about it, but who is going to be out there actually organising it? It can't all fall on Kim. I mean, the quiz one is simple. It's a pub quiz, basically.
we thought you'd do it, Nick.
Well, like as usual. The quiz one is dead easy. The walking festival is not difficult to organise. You've got to look at the health and safety side, the watering stations, etc., marshalling, blah, blah, blah. The one I really worry about is the pantomime. I've been involved in theatre productions before. When I was on the holiday camps, we used to do production shows like Oklahoma and stuff like that. It's a huge amount of work. It's things like lighting, sound systems, costumes, performers, rehearsals, all the rest of it. It is a massive amount of work for practically no income. And again, I just want to know who is going to do all that? Who's going to pay for the costumes?
Yeah.
And I'm just very worried about the whole concept of the pantomime. I think we can get away with the other ones. Again, Kim will need help on them. She can't do it all herself.
Can I just come in?
Yeah, go on, Carol.
Yeah, I've been worried about the pantomime. I mean, with a pantomime, it can take over 12 months to organise by the time you get your theme, and it's going to cost money. You just can't do it on a shoestring. You've got to involve, you know, have the people to help out with this. It's a big, big project, and I don't think we could do it in that amount of time. There's no way it can be done.
Thank you, Carol. Excuse me, Mary, I'll just bring Morag in for.
Yeah, thank you. I agree with Nick very much. The others are relatively small. But Bill and I last week in the pub spoke to a young lady who was coming to talk to us, who was working with the volunteer agency. And one of the things that they had funding as well, that they intend to put on next year is a pantomime. So Bill and I were, that would save us having to put on a pantomime. And our thoughts, and I'm sure he'd agree with me if he was here, our thoughts were that, well, let us park the pantomime, but let us support it.
We collaborate with them.
Yeah, that voluntary agency in putting on their pantomime.
Yeah.
So, you know, even if.
What I was saying, I don't think Welshpool Town Council can take on the task of putting on a full-blown pantomime. It would be probably a disaster.
Yeah.
We could provide a venue for them to put it on.
Do that, yeah.
Volunteer organisation.
Okay, can we just get back to the mayor's quiz? Sorry, we've just jumped a couple. Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, I'll just come back on Nick's point first on the pantomime. I don't think it was ever our intention to do it single-handedly. We're always going to rely on others. There are a couple of amateur dramatic groups, semi-professional actually, very talented people that I thought we could perhaps collaborate with. This year, in any event, is a pantomime at Theatre Clever, apparently. So the prospect of having it this year is out of the window probably, and I agree with everybody else anyway. There's far too little time left now to plan that adequately. but next year maybe, and let's not forget, pantomimes actually make money. And there always used to be one in the town hall here in Welshpool, and it was always well attended. So I wouldn't want to abandon it completely, but yes, we do need to work with others, that people that know what they're doing.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay.
So Chair,
Have we fully exhausted the quiz evening and the walking festival, or are those?
the subject, no, I fully support the quiz,
Isaac,
it's worth a go, as
dead easy to organise.
long as I'm around, I'd love to take part in it as well as volunteer for it, but
And they're very popular.
they are very popular, so
Okay,
and I think it's a good idea to launch a Save the Town Hall campaign, or whatever you're going to call it, at the same time. And again, Bill's idea for the walking festival, fully support that. He doesn't mention in his report, because what I did ask is if they were doing it, let's have a disabled walkers route as well. Which is a much shorter one, that doesn't go up and down hills, which I didn't see in the report. Good enough on that.
I remember going back now to Phil probably remembers it, back in the early 70s, we used to what was called the Pool Club.
I wasn't even born then.
So I said 1970s.
Yeah.
The Pool Plod was actually, we used to walk the boundaries of the parish, which it was a 20-mile walk. It was too much for the standard. But I imagine we could run it on the same sort of basis with a couple of motorised stewards making sure people were okay. I'd be more than happy to take on the health and safety planning of it, with watering stations and first aid facilities and whatever.
yeah. Okay, well, listen, thanks for that. I still want to know whether we can get some sort of date or for the quiz evening, which was the first on the agenda.
Yeah, we need to fix the date, and I think probably sometime at the beginning of October, and we thought probably a Friday or a Saturday. Friday might be best if we're going for businesses, because people will still be around after work or whatever, but yeah.
Friday the 3rd, that's it, Friday the 3rd, 10th.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Is that time now to get some advertisements out, Kim, and whatever we
Are you proposing like having the bar open, Phil, and making like a social evening?
Definitely, and selling tables, we need the small tables.
Yeah.
And selling tables for teams of 4 or 6. And doing the entrance by the table, not by the individual.
Yeah.
And trying to get as many of the businesses as possible to take a table Saturday, Friday. If we go round and speak to them face to face, they will find it, we can make them an offer they can't refuse.
I think we advertise in all the pubs and that as well, and
Yeah.
And the sports pubs.
and sports pubs. Well, they are pubs, aren't they? But I don't think of the sports side, so I think bar.
So Chair, is it worth for these things that we probably agreed to put forward to full council today, having a key councillor who'll do the liaison? So Phil, you've already volunteered for the quizzes, it's your idea. I know Bill is very keen to organise the walking one, so that at least Kim, because it's very easy to say, oh yeah, we'll do it. So that Kim's got someone she can go to work with, and we'll do quite a bit of some of the detailed work of people they know. So from a business point of view, you know a lot of people, Phil, and certainly Bill knows a lot of people within the rambling walking environment.
Okay.
To sort of make it easier.
Because we work together with Kim anyway, and I work closely with Kim.
So we need to look at things like the walking festival, you know, I mean, if it's a Welshpool Town Council event, then obviously we would need public liability insurance and stuff like that. probably high vis and all the rest of it these days, which we wouldn't have in the past, but.
Thanks, Nick. Can I propose October the 10th? What day is it, Tim? Friday, October the 10th.
Which is for the quiz.
Yeah.
Okay, we need.
Can we do that tentatively and ask him to check
Yeah,
that it
okay.
doesn't clash?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I haven't checked my calendar to make sure I haven't double booked myself for stuff.
At least it's in running now. It's sort of up in a bit of motion, isn't it? It's not a date. Circling that somewhere close to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Propose there, please. Seconder, thank you. All in favor? Yeah, we're all good. Carol?
She left. She's having technical difficulties.
Okay.
And with the back thing, I think it might have something to do with the live stream. Do you want me to stop the live stream?
Is there anybody else out there?
I don't know because it's on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
Her,
I think he only YouTube's full council.
no, he wanted me to try it, so
Oh,
I'll
right.
happily, with your permission, I'll happily stop and see if that helps.
See if I can turn off.
Yeah,